I've ranked this last because it looked kind of messy. It was their debut. They were still going for that hip hop look, I'd say. So I guess they tried to put on as many accessories, chains, baggy clothes and patterns as they could. LMO, they still looked cute though. So yeah, these are my least favorite outfits.
Everybody say no.
These outfits are similar to the previous ones, but I feel like they're a little bit more simple. That's why they're ranked higher. Less accessories and mostly black or white. Or black and white. By the way, I'm also going to talk about haircuts a few times in this video. And what I like the least about this era were probably the haircuts. I can't exactly pinpoint what it is that I don't like in these outfits. It might be the colors and the color combinations, or the materials, or the whole sleeveless leather jackets thing. LMAO. I can't really explain why it's ranked so low, but yeah, the styling wasn't my cup of tea in this era. The styling was almost the same for both songs, so I put them together. These are the outfits I feel the most neutral about. 95% of them were school uniforms. And school uniforms aren't my favorite things in the universe. But they still fit the album and the concept very well. Considering the album was called School Love Affair, and don't thank me for stating the obvious. LMAO. Nonetheless, I feel like these outfits are memorable. Like, when I think of the songs, I automatically think about BTS with the white shirts and the ties. And by the way, I like it a lot when singers wear some of the outfits of the MVs when they perform. So, bonus points, I guess.
Hello, hello, world. Hello, hello, world. Tell me what you want right now. Hello, hello, world. Hello, hello, world.
I'm gonna talk about this a lot in this video, so let's get this out of the way. I love casual outfits. And I think these outfits were casual for the most part. They were also fun and fit the young and fresh concept well. And I loved the way Jin and Jungkook's hair were styled in this era. The reasons why it's ranked this low are because, even though I like the overall look, there were a few outfits that I didn't like individually and a few superfluous accessories, details and items sometimes. And the other reason is just that I like the other outfits more or find them more memorable. I surprised even myself by ranking this so low, considering the fact that I would literally die for Spring Day. I really love the stage where they wore the outfits from the MV, and also the one with the baby blue and white outfits, because I feel like they were the ones who fit the song the best. This doesn't mean I didn't like the other ones. It's just that in my opinion, finding outfits that fit Spring Day's vibe perfectly is quite difficult. And since Spring Day is very memorable for the song in itself, the choreography, the lyrics and the beautiful MV, I feel like the outfits aren't what caught my attention the most. When I first started making the list, I really thought this would have been ranked higher, because some of these outfits are quite memorable. My favorite stage is the one where they wore the outfits from the MV. Not surprising anyone here, I assume. The thing people remember about the outfits the most are probably the shorts. LMAO. Same here. But even though these outfits are memorable, when it comes to my personal taste, I like other title tracks better when it comes to outfits. I kinda feel like the I Need You outfits were a bit repetitive sometimes. I like the fake love outfits a lot. My favorite stages were the comeback show. Their outfits were great and quite distinct individually, but they still looked harmonious all together. And the Billboard Music Awards outfits. I also really liked Jungkook's outfits in this era. They all fit him so well. The only downside would be the fact that I feel like the outfits were a bit repetitive at some point, and that the outfits were mostly black and white. I love these outfits. They're original, fun and colorful and fit the song so well. I don't like suits that much when it comes to performances, unless they have something special about them, like materials, colors, accessories, etc. And the suits they wore were original and looked great. My favorite outfits are the ones they wore at the MMAs. They might be some of my favorite outfits BTS has ever worn. The reason I've ranked this 8th is because some of the stages weren't as memorable to me. Okay, so you might notice from the type of colors I use in my videos, but I really love soft colors and pastels. And I particularly like soft pink. And guess what? Boy with Love had a lot of those. They are just really cute outfits that fit the song so well. And they wore a few sets of outfits from the MV, so kudos for that. And there were stages where they wore casual outfits too, which I love. Also, I'm not sure if this is what the stylists were going for, but I got this retro feel in most of the outfits. Like the colors, the denim, the baggy suits, etc. And I really like that. The only downside would be that these outfits aren't as memorable as others on this list. By the way, I absolutely loved everyone's haircut and hair color during this era. When I think of iconic era in terms of outfits and styling, Run is one of the first to pop into my head. I like the colors. The outfits fit the vibe of the song well, and I also really like the outfits of the MV that they wore on stage. Also, I may be biased towards Jimin in this era, but who wouldn't be? His outfits and his hair, oof. The thing that made me rank it at 6th place is the fact that the outfits were repetitive, even though I know it's partly because of the dance that kind of required them to wear a jacket. And I just wanted to add, since we're on the topic of styling, that I really like the outfits they wore off stage during this era. For example, during interviews and variety shows, etc. Another iconic era in terms of styling. The dressing up in different characters thing made this era what it is. Like, you automatically associate dope with the outfits when you think of the song. The idea was original, and since it was used in both the MV and the live stages, I loved it. I also really liked the casual outfits that they wore for some stages. They really had that young and stylish vibe back then. It's 5th place because there are other outfits I like better. But if this ranking was based solely on the iconic and memorable factor, dope would be a strong contender for 1st place. One of the things I love the most about DNA is the fashion. I really like the colors. I feel that for some stages they were playing with primary colors, which I love, and it was very colorful overall without looking messy. I also loved the large shirts and sweaters, and the loose ties they wore often. Once again, I love casual outfits, so I can only love this. Also, all the members looked amazing in this style. And for the hair, we got parted hair Jin and Jungkook, peach Namjoon platinum, Yoongi blonde, Jimin red-haired, Hoseok and silver-haired Taehyung, all in one single era. So let's thank DNA for that. I couldn't not rank Blood, Sweat and Tears in the top 3. They pulled off this concept so well with these outfits. The members looked like $1 million. Each piece of clothing was very well thought of, and the accessories they wore were the cherry on top. They also wore suits a lot, but this is the kind of suits that I like because, like I said with Idol, they were original and fit the vibe they were trying to give perfectly. I also really like the colors the members were dressed in. To sum it up, everything I just mentioned made the fashion during this era look like a work of art. I can't choose only one favorite stage, but one that I really liked was the one where they all wore silk shirts that kinda looked like pajamas, and Hoseok was dressed in dark green and Yoongi in light pink. Also, just like DNA, it was a great era for their hairstyles and hair colors. The styling was so good for this era. It was kinda casual but with that little thing that made it fit perfectly with the song and choreography. I love that they all wore bombers like it was what connected the outfits together, but the looks each member wore were quite distinct and fit each of them perfectly. And the outfits didn't feel repetitive because of that. They also had a few stages where they wore those uniforms and I love it, because it's nice to see them try a different look that still fit the song and concept perfectly. Also we got Namjoon, Jin and Taehyung wearing a beret on stage, which I'm still so thankful for to this day. Once again, I'm gonna talk about hair, but wow. Pink hair Jimin with his exposed forehead, Hoseok with light pink highlights, Taehyung with bandanas. That's art right here, ladies and gentlemen.
bultaoreune.
Fire is everything I love. Casual outfits that look fresh and fun and fit the song, and also great color combinations. I also loved that the outfits made them look like young people having fun on stage and just loving what they're doing. They also had this running thing with the short sleeved shirts and the patterns on them. And they wore caps, which is rare, and I loved it. The outfits in themselves were simple, but they had that little something that makes me think, this is it. These are my favorite outfits. Let me bring back the paragraph talking about hair one last time. Gray-haired Yoongi, blonde Seokjin, and black-haired Jimin on stage at the same time is what I like to call excellence. And despite what most people think, I actually really like Namjoon's haircut with the mint hair. All in all, I loved every single thing about the fashion in this era. From the outfits, to the accessories, to the hairstyles. It's exactly what I like. By the way, 2016 in its entirety was one of the best years for BTS in terms of stage outfits. I would literally sell my soul if it meant we were sure of getting this type of fashion from them again.